for which we were working past 8 months to felicitate our beloved Guru, fatherly figure of many of us who have been working with him, who have worked with him or working with him or will be working with him as well. Despite his 80 years of the age, and we can see by looking at his face, age is just number. And honored to welcome all people from, not from India, but from everywhere, to honor Professor BVR Chaudhary, who has made significant contribution to the collaboration between India and Singapore, not professionally, but at a personal level. He give much attention at a personal level. I mean, you could imagine whenever you visited Singapore for attending ICMET, how much he take care of every Indian or every citizen of any other country as well. I'm not saying only Indian because he's from here, so he has always special affection to the people from India. And he is only the person at the gathering of 3,000 people. He always put food stall of Indian food, and that is why he is known for giving all best hospitality to the people from India during their visit or conference at Singapore. So in today's function, we have many people from abroad who have joined online. Can we see them? Huh? Wi-Fi, okay, no problem. So there are many people who are online who could not make it today because of their pre-scheduled meetings, and though they were supposed to come, but at the last moment they said, is it possible to join online, Yogesh, because we were supposed to come, but because of so many of other things it could not happen. So with all these words, I invite Professor Chaudhary and Mrs. Chaudhary on the dais, please. So Professor A.K. Thakur is also one of us who worked with Professor Chaudhary. So as I told you, we need to finish part of director sir bit early. So I will be doing some part later as he has some other engagement into the institute. We are thankful to him that he could spare few minutes for this function. Thank you, sir, for that. Because you will not be here for a vote of thanks, so I'm thanking you here itself. So before everything, we were supposed to play a video which we tried to make, but time was very short. Please pardon us if there will some mistakes in. Is it done? Okay, so we will celebrate today dedication, excellence to his work. We have made a video to introduce Professor BVR Chaudhary to community. Please have a look. Please play.
Let's go through an inspiring and a beautiful journey of Professor Chaudhary. A facilitator advisor, Professor Chaudhary was born in a village called Kavaturam in Andhra Pradesh in an agriculture teacher family. His father, Sri Boba Venkata Das, was a teacher and his mother, Srimati Boba Sakuntalamma, was a housewife. He did his schooling till high school to bachelor from the same village. Later, he was moved to Baroda, being a brilliant student and looked for higher studies. He moved to IIT Kanpur to work with Professor Venkateshwaralu and completed his doctoral degree in 1968. He met his partner for life and got married to Madam Raja. And then he moved to Japan on a prestigious fellowship called JSPS to work with Professor Narakoito. Later, he joined IIT Madras as a faculty member and then moved to Singapore. After that, he started getting recognized, which consider the officer in the Order of Academic Palms from the French government, National Day Award in Singapore, and many more. He has been well established and well recognized by Indian government in addition to many state governments, which includes Telangana as well. Recently, he inducted as Foreign Fellow of National Academy of Sciences India. As I already told, he has so many awards to his name. This is one of the research and contribution to open literature. He published more than 450 papers with a very high citation. He started his ICMAT where many Nobel laureates work with him. His material science experts and he established Singapore as a hub of material science. He started India-Singapore relations which is very contributing for our students also. As you can see, he has coordinated meeting with Prime Minister Modi ji and with CM of many states. He is very recognized not only in India and Singapore but overseas as well. Starting from different ministries like foreign ministries, state and national development, he has good relations with Taiwan institutes as well. So he made Singapore as a complete material science hub. He has one son, Mr. Srinivas Boba, and who is married to Mrs. Maitri from Vishakhapatnam. Both are doing excel in their professional careers. He has two granddaughters. One is doing MD from Australia and the other one is doing BBA at NUS Singapore. He has very human values. He is very social. As those friends you can see easily look at his friends. How social he is. From all across the world and continue to share support. He has his own research family. Many of them are present here today and many of them will join us online. So let's celebrate his 80th birthday today all together. Thank you very much.
So just to add, today uh, we are celebrating his, in fact, 80th birthday. Today his son also has his birthday. He was born in 1970, right, in Japan. So he's missing his birthday. He was supposed to attend the birthday of his son, but he gave priority to this. So he is online today. So he might be seeing that we are considering his contribution also to this specific program. He let him come at this specific function. So thank you, sir. Now I invite our honorable director, who has given very important time from his busy schedule just to start honoring Professor Chaudhary. Please come. So later we will ask someone else all to come. So now I invite Honorable Director to say a few words and then he may leave. Please, sir.
Yeah, very good evening to all of you. And first of all, many happy returns of the day. Happy birthday to you. And may God bless you always and give you all the kind of happiness and healthy life throughout your career, future, everything. Whatever you want to do, you get it. This is what we pray. And friends, the conference was on battery, and Professor Chaudhary is also known as a battery man. And at Professor Yogesh had said a lot of things about him. The age, you see that for the especially young budding stars, you can see that the age never matters, right? One can do lot throughout the career. Today he is celebrating his 80th birthday, and we pray God that he will be celebrating his 100th, right, a century with the same passion. And we would like to have another conference similar type, right? The centenary will be in IIT Roorkee campus. So with these words, all the guests, those who are here, I just welcome, and I hope that all of you must have the very, very comfortable stay in the campus, as well as very, very talented lectures, and that might have given you the lot of opportunities, especially the young, the new domains for the research in the area of battery, in the area of fuel cell, and whatever what we talk in terms of energy storage material. I think miles to go from here. A lot of work is to be done when we talk about sustainable energy, sustainable development goals, and a team is required, the joint work is required, collaboration is required. I'm sure that Professor Chaudhary's support will always be there with all of us, and we will take this, whatever the R&D he is doing at Singapore and whatever R&D is being done in India. I think a collaborative research between the two countries, as well as many other part of the country right in the world, will be doing the research jointly, and will, whatever we say that one earth, one family, one solution, that will come, and we will have a clean and sustainable environment. That is a global when we talk or what we wish during COP28 also. Thank you very much. And I have some other assignments, so I have to take a leave from you. Please pardon me for that. So Jai Hind, and see you during the evening hours. I think they have arranged some dinner, so we'll be there. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, now our job is a bit easier. We don't have anyone who might be leaving soon. Huh? Okay, so let us start. Actually, I have not prepared anything. How to do, what to do, because I am doing also first time. So please pardon me if I miss something. And if you want to say something, please raise your hand whenever I feel. You feel, and then I will ask you to come to say few words. But just there are many people who want to say something to honor him. So first we made few people who are very much eminent and came because of his association with Professor Chaudhary sometime back or maybe in future. So I will, because we have many eminent scientists, researchers, directors of different institutes. We are honored for that. So I invite Professor Rajiv Ahuja ji, Director NIT, IIT Roper and IIT Guwahati to please come to honor Professor Chaudhary. Yeah, please. So I request everyone to just speak for 1 minute or so that we will be completing our all speakers whoever wants to say something.
So thank you, Yogesh, because when he was saying to me, you have to come this meeting, and he said this event is very important because we are going to celebrate 80th birthday of Sir, and then he always tells me this, he used this as a reason I have to come. So it's my great pleasure to be here, and I also have a lot of experience in Singapore, and especially what Yogesh has already mentioned, this vegetarian Indian food. And this was always, there is a long queue. And he asked before that, whoever want to eat, you sign it. But what we do, first we eat all food, and then we'll say, okay, now we eat Indian food. So then we stand in that queue also. So it was amazing that you can get Indian food outside India, and we know that there are a lot of Indian food in Singapore. And actually, we don't feel that we are out of India actually when we go to Singapore. And we make a lot of collaboration with Singapore. And at that time, we were also organized this Nobel evening. It was a Nobel Day actually. It was organized together with the NUS and Swedish Embassy there in Singapore. So I wish all the best, both of you, and good health. And we want to see you next 20 years also working as hard as you're working now. Thank you very much.
So I invite Professor M. Parida, Director CSIR RRI. He was our Deputy Director, earlier. So he also came just to honor Professor Chaudhary. Thank you, sir. Actually, we have not planned, so it is unplanned function. It's 1 minute, less than 1 minute.
Thank you, Professor Yogesh. I speak very less, so it's a privilege to be part of this very distinguished activity, IMESD 2023, and 80th birthday of Professor BVR Chaudhary. He was very critical in terms of bringing Professor Subra Suresh to one of the convocation of IIT Roorkee. So that's connecting Singapore to IIT Roorkee and specifically supporting this IMESD activity. We have at the national level the mandate 30 at 2030, 30% electric vehicles by 2030. Already 3 years have passed. My background is transportation engineering. I am part of CSR system currently on LIAN. So CRA also works on the electric vehicles, the charging infrastructure, the vehicle part. But I'm sure such activities will strengthen the targets which is set before us, like achieving 30% EVs by 2030. So I'm sure Professor Chaudhary will extend support to these activities at IIT Roorkee and will provide connect to Singapore, to Taiwan, where definitely, I mean, it's going to further strengthen our activities in the EST domain. So with that, sir, I wish definitely you cross 100 and I'm sure you will mentor all the next generation people with interest in energy storage devices. Thank you very much.
Now I invite Professor Arumugam Mandiram. He is very close associate of Professor BVR Chaudhary, and he came all the way from US. And whenever I request him, he always come. And this time I said, "Sir, we are going to celebrate 80th birthday of Professor Chaudhary." He said, "Yes, I am in. Definitely, I am coming."
So my connection to Professor Chowdhury is the ICMAT conference. That's one of the best conferences. I have gone few times. Like somebody said, food is so good. It's a big crowd and very well organized. I always wondered how he gets all these Nobel laureates and very accomplished people from all over the world. Singapore is not close to Europe or US, just a few hours, right? So he is able to get, he has some magic which nobody has. And then my other connection is I'm the US regional editor for solid state ionics. He's on the editorial board, so I will see once in a while in the mail going here and there. The other important point is I didn't know that he is 80 years old. He doesn't look 80 years old to me. Okay, I was surprised. 80th birthday, huh? I know this is to celebrate his birthday, but I was thinking maybe 60 or 70 because I never knew when he graduated and things like that. So you must be very happy. He looks so young. You look young too. And I wish both of you good health and happiness with your family and the bigger professional crowd around you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Dr. T.N. Rao, Director ARCI. Yeah.
Thank you, Yogesh. So I don't have any professional connection with Professor Chaudhary, but I used to work at IIT as junior research fellow with Professor G.V. Subbarao. And those who know Professor G.V. Subbarao, he's a very strong and strict man, and then it is very difficult to deal with him, but he's an excellent scientist. He was a student of Professor C.N. Rao, so you know how he. But he used to praise quite often and take name of Professor B.V.R. Chaudhary. And then Professor B.V.R. Chaudhary, whenever he comes here, he takes off and then makes sure that he spends enough time. So that shows that if G.V. Subbarao spends time with someone, so then so that is the respect he started. And then whenever I visited Singapore, he invites us, and then me and my wife also visited. Then my son I took when he was in 10th class, just to show that how the big university like NUS, and that time he was in Nanyang Tech University. So he's so receptive and so warm. And then madam also, we traveled once together, and then so nice. Thank you so much, sir, for all the time you gave to us, and then your warmth and reception at Singapore. And I wish you spend your life more than 100 years like this, so that I spend more than 80 definitely, because once you cross 100, so I little selfishness. So thank you so much, and good luck.
Now I invite Professor Dominic with his wife. Yeah, please come.
Okay, it's my great pleasure to tell a few words for Professor Chaudhary and his wife. I do not have a direct connection, scientific connection with Professor Chaudhary, but I went several times to the IC Math meetings, and I have good memories of this meeting. I think I remember, I'm not sure which year, but probably 2015, we had a very strong solid state section, solid state ionics section, with very prominent professors from all over the world. And the level of this section at the IC Math was so high that I still have good memory. Okay, so I am very happy to tell a few words. I wish you the best, good life, good health, and I promise I will be there in 20 years to celebrate the next birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, okay. Yes, now family members. The family members we have with Professor Chaudhary, his younger brother, Professor Ram Babu. Oh yeah, Professor Chari. Yeah, sorry. Before family, his friend is here, Professor Chari. I just missed. Professor Chari all the way came from US, and he is the man who helped me to get connection with few people and some of the things through him, because he has very good friendship. I showed you some of the photographs. I think today you have not recognized him, but he is the person who is sitting on various occasions. So I request Professor Chari to come and honor Professor Chaudhary.
I've known Professor Chaudhary for many years. I would like to say a couple of things besides the ICMAT conference. Of course, I've been to ICMAT right from the ICMAT #1 to the one that conducted this year. Professor Chaudhary is also equally interested in Indian culture. He has hosted so many artists, poets, scholars, linguistic people, and he has promoted Indian culture in Singapore. And both Raja Garu and Chaudhary played a very significant role in promoting Indian culture. And thank you. And we want you to continue doing that for next more than 20 years. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now, I request Professor Ram Babu Boba to come and to felicitate his elder brother, Professor Chaudhary. It is a very good, in fact, it's a mesmerizing to see that how he helped a lot to get connected with the many people from US, that we are going to have this and that, and he helped a lot.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it is a distinct honor for me because I am the one who saw him first compared to all of you. The reason because he is 11 years elder than me, but however, he looks so young and his thinking is so young, and his motivation for the people to help is also so young. He never slows down. He always says, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, move on, move on. Actually, since he is 11 years older, he is like my parent, father, because when I first started knowing him, when he was a master student at MS University, Baroda, he came to my village where he brought a binoculars made of cardboard. At that time, I know he has his creative skills and his experimental skills to create a product by himself. That time, I've started interest in learning physics, in becoming an experimental physicist, and so on. After that, I came to know many terminologies in science, because when he started his work in PhD, he started his work on electron magnetic resonance spectroscopy, electron spin resonance spectroscopy, nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy. And then when I started entering into bachelor's degree and master's degree, he started saying defect solid state physics, and he was saying there are opportunities for the people who do PhD, because you can go abroad, you can work with stalwarts, you can do work with national labs, and so on. All that it has worked for me, because I did my PhD at IIT Madras. Then I also went to US and I had an opportunity to work with national labs like Lawrence Livermore National Lab, National Renewable Energy Lab, Lawrence Berkeley Lab, and many industries like AT&T Bell and Dow Chemical as a faculty member, as a visiting faculty member. All that opportunities knocked to me because I was aware of knowing things through him, not because of the influence through him, but because he was showing the way that if you work hard, you can find something or other, somewhere or other, somebody can recognize your talent. All that came to me because of him. So I sincerely respect for him. I'm standing here today because of him. And I am also standing here today because because of his association with Yogesh Sharma. Yogesh Sharma invited me because I am just because of his brother, not because of his because of my talent. That is also one thing that one should know. And speaking of my sister-in-law, since 11 years older, my brother, she is like my mother. When we brought up in a village, the elder sister-in-law is like a mother, and she was there with me for everything, for me, for my growth, for my children, for my grandchildren as well. So she is a elderly figure for me like a mother. So today, on behalf of you, I am thankful them for giving all this to me, and I appreciate Yogesh Sharma for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, if there is no family member, yeah, someone is online. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. That is a different category, sir. That does not come under this category. We will have. So, okay. Is there anyone who wants to speak from family over? Do we have any connectivity? Please raise your hands. Can I? Is there anyone? Please raise your hands. Whoever online. Okay, yeah. No, no, Nidhi, your turn will come later. From family, if someone wants to say something. Okay. Is there? Yeah, he might have done something. Kunal? Oh, 5 minutes later. Okay. Okay, we will take this later, this online. Now we need to move to the next level of people who want to honor him. Okay, okay, okay. Little sound. You may increase the sound. Okay, good. So now the next category is a research family. So you have seen Professor Chaudhary's research family on video. So now I will call upon some of people who are here and who will be willing to speak on online as well. So first of all, I invite Dr. Pandian. He is his second student, as I know, and he came all the way despite so many of his personal work, busy schedule, and we are thankful that he is here. Please, Dr. Pandian, please come.
Is it my turn to speak? Okay.
So there's I want to say a few words. So the age difference between myself and Professor Chowdhury is only 4 years.
And Kunal, we are not able to see the live. Okay, can you help me to please kindly activate them?
I am 47 database, so only 4 years. When I joined for PhD, I was at the most happy because I want to say 2 important points. He never thought that I was his student. He considered me as his brother. When he came to discuss, or I went to discuss with him, he will draw the chair, only one chair, if the only one chair. Suppose he will rise up from the chair. No, he said, no, you should on the chair. And he will sit on the arm of the chair and put the hand on the neck. And come on, tell me, Pandian, what's the problem? So this is the way he treated me. So like a brother, that's all. So I consider him as my elder brother. Actually, my own elder brother is also at the same age, 44. So I guess I consider him my elder brother and almost like a brother only. And no fear complex. Whatever I can talk to him. So he mingled freely with all research scholars. That's the only important point I want to say. That's the only thing. Even now, I am treating my research scholar equally with my research scholar. So I gain the knowledge from him, but treat the student as a brother or sister, like that only. Not as a student, as authoritative terms now. Consider them friendly manner, then only you can impart knowledge to the students. That's the most important point, without fear complex. That's what, because of the behavior also, say also I can follow that, and then same way, say just within a span of 10 years, I can say that I have started a research center 2012 only. The span of 10 years, I could help nearly 28 students to complete their PhD program and publish 161 papers in the leading international journals now, with more than, in fact, we have 3. It's all because of this closeness, behavior like that. Apart from this, only after retirement, even during my retirement age in the service, because following the nature, I have guided 34 students at the time. So this is all the problem. There's a behavior I observed from him and I have trained myself. And one more thing is also hospitality. In our group, say there are 2 professors, Professor Chowdhury and Professor S. Radhakrishna. Normally, Professor S. Radhakrishna, once in a month, he will take us to hotels for a dinner. Okay. At the same time, the next month, when Professor Chowdhury is, she will say, no, Mrs. Chowdhury, that's what I'm just saying. Mrs. Chowdhury will have a dinner or lunch prepared in their house itself and provide them the dinner or lunch. Just the motherly affection for all of his students. That's the important point now. As Ram Babu said, motherly affection, same nature, we observed that. So wherever I go, whenever Mr. Chowdhury comes, immediately ask me, Pandian, how are you? He means same like that. He'll ask immediately. So there's these 2 points. With regard to research also, whenever I went to the paper for correction, Chowdhury said, come on, Pandian, sit on that chair. He will read line by line
and tell me how to link. She will say, one paragraph you written, second paragraph you written here, but there's no linkage. And she advised me how to link the 2 points together. So she will not delay any papers. Immediately within 2 hours, she will correct the paper and give it to me. So at that time, no electronic typewriter, no, that's all right in hand. Almost say 1977, right in hand, everything. So each time you write and give it to him. And he says, no, come on, sit down. I will read in front of you and correct you. So like that only. Same thing I'm following that. Even now, when a student comes to me, ask him to sit and correct and give it to him immediately. So that's why we could publish more papers. That's the important point. So friendly nature and motherly affection from the group. So even though that's why I'm considering him as my elder brother only. Say even now, say that's why there are people ask me, say, are you in touch with the guide? Yes, I am in touch with my guide. Almost through WhatsApp, we talk over phone, etc., etc. Even Japan also. So just when I went to Japan last year to get the approval for the conference. So at that time, we had a number of times we spoke over the phone, WhatsApp phone. And then he also he helped me to get the chance to organize next Asian conference in next year in Chennai. It's all about his affection, etc. here. So that's what particularly, and also in the academic line, when I joined Bharatiya University as an associate professor or reader at the time, what happened was, my field was not solid-state ionics. You know very well, so Chaudhary is also electrons in the sense. When I told him I want thermoluminescence, he said, Pandian, I don't know the technique. I know direct solid state. Please up to you to construct your own equipment and do it. She encouraged me completely. I can my own equipment. Like that, when I want to move to solid-state ionics, I took a student in Bharatiya University, Coimbatore at that time. We went to Singapore for a conference. At the time, I took 2 students, and then the 2 students were there in Singapore for 1 month. And when they returned, he gave all literature for solid-state ionics. I have learned solid-state ionics along with the students, and published good number of papers. Again, you see that helping students in all research also in all possible ways. So that's why I'm thankful to Chaudhary also. Yes, say I can't say I can only pray Almighty to give them 100 years of more than 100 years of life. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Thank you. Yeah, actually, we are really getting late, so I request every speaker just to be very precise and just less than 1 minute now we have to be. Otherwise, our next function will be delayed. And tomorrow we have technical session. So if our dinner will be delayed, then tomorrow technical discussion will also be delayed. So I request everyone to be very precise. Just few seconds now, I think I should request. So yeah, from online, I request Dr. Reddy to speak. Dr. Reddy, are you able to listen us?
Yes.
Very good. Very
so
good.
Once again, good evening, and good. So good evening, everybody, and thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Nice to see you all. And then once again, I think sorry I'm not able to attend in person. So in short, I think Yogesh mentioned that within 2 minutes I have to finish. So in fact, I was there almost 16 years. Till at the end, in all his laboratories, it was a really great experience in terms of academic and lot of things we learned. And also his lab was almost instrumental. So we helped many people. In fact, his especially dedication, including Professor late G.V. Subbarao. And actually, this is a nice opportunity, especially for me, in terms of academic and also, and thanks for his reputation, especially the Asian solid state ionics or what we call, and many other areas he's contributed. And also, once again, thank you, Professor Chaudhary, and also equally thanks, Madam, also for its long support, including a lot of conferences, and also wish him happy birthday, 80th happy birthday, and also till his health will be more than 100 years, he'll be good and still be active and nice to see you. Almost he's like 60 years, and then okay again. Thank you very much, sir. So I'm sorry personally I'm not able to attend. Thank you very much, and once again Yogesh for organizing this type of excellent workshop, and also we are able to see him in online. Once again, thank you, and all my friends, and then all the people. Once again, thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
So just to actually, because there may be technically some problem, so I request Dr. Nidhi Sharma, because I was thinking to have some order, but since there is maybe some technical problem, so now connectivity is very good. So let us finish our online student first. Who are there? Dr. Nidhi Sharma, please.
Okay, thank you, Yogesh. Good evening, sir, madam. Hello, Professor Yogesh, Professor Vipul, if he's there, and everyone in attendance. Heartfelt wishes to you, sir, on your milestone birthday. And once again, sincere thanks to Professor Yogesh for including me in this momentous celebration. Allow me to share a bit about me. I was Professor Chaudhary's PhD student, and my journey in Singapore has been intricately tied to NUS. Only reason is that Professor Chaudhary has accepted me as his PhD student. His pivotal role in shaping my life here cannot be overstated. If I have to say something, whatever I achieved in Singapore, everything is because of him, but let me number them down. I attained my PhD degree. I secured a position at NUS. I collaborated with him in proposing new courses and co-taught with him. And then I served on the organizing committee for Asian Physics Olympiad in 2014, for which he was the chairman. This experience has opened doors for my involvement in Singapore Olympiad teams. Now, while these are the technical achievements, the invaluable life lessons I learned from him revolves around the virtues of patience and confronting challenges head on. During my candidature, I had a series of personal problems. My mother felt ill, so I needed leave. Then she died, I again needed leave. And then SARS outbreak happened, because of it, all the schools were closed. So once again, I was in a problem because I have to take care of my child. So remarkably, he was not only understanding, but he always allowed me to find a solution of the problem. So if I don't have any other option with my child, he allowed me to bring him to the lab. I must acknowledge that I tested Sir's patience on numerous occasions, yet he never exhibited fatigue or frustration. His extensive experience in organizing large conferences, a trait which is passed on to Professor Yogesh, who you can see that he is organizing the conference beautifully. This involves handling issues as they arise while maintaining composure. I never witnessed Sir succumb with anger or frustration. So I can actually go on and on, but in the interest of time, I'll conclude by saying that, Sir, once again, very, very happy birthday to you, and may your life be filled with health and happiness. And we celebrate many more birthdays of you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Professor Yogesh.
Yeah. Is there anyone who want to?
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm Dr. Vishwanath. Can I come in now?
Yes, yes, please.
Mr. Yogesh, can I come in now? I'm Dr. Vishwanath.
Yeah, please, please.
Hello.
Yeah, Dr. Kasim Vishwanath, you please.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, we are able to listen you. Will you
Yeah.
please start speaking?
Yeah, good evening to everyone. First of all, I want to wish very happy birthday to my guru, Professor B.V.R. Chaudhary. I wish him very long health and best of the times. I was the one who was having very long-term contact with him. I was the first MSc student for B.V.R. Chaudhary, and when I joined for MSc, he joined for his tenure as assistant professor. I joined for as assistant professor in IIT Madras, and then after my MSc, I joined for a PhD at IIT Madras, and my PhD was on electron paramagnetic resonance. I did PhD with him from 1972 to 1975. I was the first PhD student, and actually I was the first MSc student of B.V.R. Chaudhary. As you know, B.V.R. Chaudhary, he did outstanding PhD with Professor Pucha Venkateswarlu at IIT Kanpur on paramagnetic resonance. After his PhD, he went to Japan. He was at Nagoya, and after he came back from Japan, he was at IIT Madras as the assistant professor. And at the same time, I was so fortunate that I also joined as the PhD student, and he guided me on electron paramagnetic resonance of transmetal complexes in ionic crystals. And that was his expertise initially. And he transferred all his expertise to me. And because of that, because of the training he has given to me, I could publish really outstanding papers in very outstanding journals like Journal of Chemical Physics. I had the opportunity of learning lots of things from him on how to make manuscripts and how to convert them into publications, and how to publish them in very good journals by answering referees' questions and all. And to tell you frankly, because of his able guidance and continued support, and almost every day, taking after me, I could finish my PhD in 2 years, and actually my PhD was the record PhD.
Dr.
in
Kasi,
mathematics,
actually we are running short. Please conclude.
tell me.
Yeah, please conclude.
You don't have
Yeah,
link now?
sorry to be so harsh, but we need to go to the next function, please.
Hello. Pardon me? Pardon me?
Yeah, you please.
They're asking you the conclude.
Yeah, you please conclude.
Yeah. You see, in conclusion, actually, I had the great opportunity of being associated with him, and also with Mrs. Chaudhary garu also. She helped me quite a lot. And so I'm very thankful to my guru, and I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Dr. Saju, Dr. Saju from Australia. Is he still? Yeah, actually, he was calling me, and when there is some. Dr. Saju is around. Oh, he might have, because time difference probably. Okay, anyway, now let us. Okay, now we will be having people from here. Now I invite who next? Yeah, Dr. A.K. Thakur. Yeah. You please come with your better half as well. Please, ma'am. So Dr. A.K. Thakur is at present in IIT Patna.
Today is a momentous day for all of us who were guided by Professor Chaudhary academically, and we have a strong, and we are still able to maintain strong research relationship. And a sincere thanks to Professor Yogesh, because he has brought us 5,000 years ago of Indian tradition. We have been able to revive our Indian tradition of relationship, warm relationship between teacher and taught. Thanks, Professor Yogesh. Now, today on this occasion, I feel that we are back to the days of Gurukuls.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I think now we, Joy, Christy, you please come together. Yeah. So Christy is the officially last PhD student. Yeah, you please go, both of you. And Bijoy Das. Bijoy Das is working at ARCI and Christy is in Kerala University. I request Dr. R. Prasad and Arvindan come together, please. So Dr. R. Prasad and Dr. Arvindan has association with Professor Chaudhary as a postdoc. They have done wonderful work there with Professor Chaudhary. Yeah, please. Do you want to say anything? Very crisp.
Yeah, good evening to all. So first of all, I would like to wish my supervisor, Professor B.B.R. Chaudhary, on his 80th birthday. And I wish him good health for a long year. And I wish we should celebrate his birthday and for many more years. So I worked with him from since 2006 to 2010 as a PhD student. I would like to thank my supervisor, and he's really a guru for us. So we say supervisor means in many sense, but he's really guru for us. He taught a lot of meanings of life apart from the research. As everybody say, why the students of Professor Chaudhary show they are grateful to him, because two reasons I felt. Apart from the academic, he makes the personal life is very cool, and he always support mentally, which is a requirement of a student. Thank you very much, sir, for your kind support and guiding us. And whatever we are here now, because of your affection, your blessings, sir. Thank you very much.
Please.
I just want to highlight one program organized by Professor B.B.R. Chaudhary for Indian students, from which I got benefited. Summer internship program for Indian students, organized in Department of Physics. When I was doing my PhD, MSc in Kerala, I got selected for that, and I went to NUS and did a short project there. And later, I qualified GATE and came back to Singapore for PhD. So I don't know whether that program is still running in NUS. Sir, you yes, okay. You changed life of many students. Thank you so much, sir.
It's really a great honor to be here. As my friend Ravindan is saying, there are volumes of things that one can tell about because of association with Professor Chaudhary. Is 20 years old. I have association with him about 20 years old. I got into from Chaudhary Lab after inspiring about it, being a PhD student from IIT Madras. I was told by my professor, Professor Mahasheshashai, about him a lot, and I met him in a conference, and after that we continued our association. One thing I wanted to tell, because there is not much time, the way he opens his lab 24 hours, there is no limit. Anybody can enter, anybody can work. That is the inspiration I got from him. And please make it sure that you allow anybody and nobody is going to take your property. That's the way he allowed us. And even the students who came after late hours also, they used to work in the lab without any kind of impediments. Thank you, sir. I'm really great to be here. Thank you very much.
So there are so many things to say. So he said 30 seconds. So yeah, so since I joined in IIT Tirupati, still before that he started supporting. Still he is supporting after joining at IIT in 2017. In 2021 he sent an offer letter. At the time he was an IMRI director. You can leave the job and come and join. So still he is supporting. Few months back also he is still supporting. Looks like even at the time I refused the IMRI offer. Yeah, fine.
Just to add one thing, Dr. Arvindan has dedicated one full review for his 80th birthday celebration. So
yeah,
the huge round of applause.
Yeah. So still I refused to join refused to accept the offer from the IMRI, but still keep on. He's supporting and still sending the supporting letters whenever I ask the support and all. Still he is used to send that every time. Whenever I write a mail, immediately I used to see the response from him, either the mail or the phone or the call. So that kind of unconditional support and love. Thank you so much, sir, and happy birthday.
Is there anyone from research family? Okay, now it is my turn. Yes. No, 1 minute. Completely 1 minute. I give my maximum ranking to the Professor Chaudhary who brought me to Singapore. I am very humble background, no English. I came to IIT somehow by Ratta Markana. And then I did good while because we were laborious, but not knowledgeable person. Knowledgeable is different thing, but labor is different thing. So I was doing much of labor, trying to understand Angrezi kaise bolu, and we got a information that after doing the MTech from our Department of Physics and Solid State Electronic Materials, in fact I was a MSc ranker also. Then when you have a rank, you have more responsibility. How to justify your rank? And then we try to learn many things, and it becomes like how to improve English. And we got information that NUS can have us if we have done very good in our MTech program. Then we did my project, we published paper. And then someone was saying from, I still remember, his name is, he was from Department of Hydrology, one research, our fellow student of MTech, that you can go to NUS. I said, how? You fill this form. Because he filled that form, I also filled. Then there were some requirement of transcript. We arranged a transcript in the same day. And then we submitted our application. After 2-3 months, there was a call that you have been shortlisted for interview. Because I just want to mention, I was also working in a project which was on batteries in MTech. So since then, I am still doing the battery. And then I went to, at that time we were not having mail, etc. I saw computer in IIT only. So these were the days we were not really having this type of gadgets. So when I received email that I have been shortlisted for interview, I was a bit worried because one problem is accent. How I will understand what is speaking, and it was online actually. That time there was the online interviews. And then somehow I did it. And I got to know that of course, because I was working in a battery, so I gave battery as my research area. Eventually, it went to Professor Chaudhary. And then Professor Chaudhary wrote an email that you have been selected. And when I used to write to him, he advised me, you join some crash course on English. I still remember. And I went to IIT Delhi. I stayed there. I tried to learn English. And finally, I went to Singapore. So this was my journey to get associated with Professor Chaudhary. Rest everything you know, because many people have talked about his humbleness, his research, his everything. So I am not going into detail. So it is my privilege and honor to have him, and it is a huge respect, because if he was not been in Singapore, I would have not been in IIT Roorkee. So I request everyone to have a big round of applause for his association, his affection to us. Now I invite my wife, my father, my younger brother. We all are here to honor him. You please come. My children are not here, but yeah, Papa, है बुलाइए बुलाओ. It's okay. So my father does not know English. He was a teacher of Hindi. So he gave whatever support he could, but not academically much. So I'm happy he is here to honor my guru who made my life easy and better.
So very few words. I'm Palani Balaya from National University of Singapore, former colleague or present colleague of Professor Chaudhary. It's my great pleasure to join this great moment of honoring Professor Chaudhary and Mrs. Chaudhary on the occasion of his 80th birthday. On behalf of the rest of the audience, as well as myself and my family members, I wish Professor Chaudhary a long, healthy, and wealthy life and pleasant days with Mrs. Chaudhary. I just remember only one thing. The first time I met Professor Chaudhary was in 1992 in Varanasi when Professor Suresh Chandra organized the conference, Asian Solid-State Ionics. So you all know that Professor Chaudhary is well known for ICMAT, but he is also equally well known for the Asian Conference on Solid-State Ionics. So thank you so much for all your.
Thank you, Professor Bala. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, now it is turn to give dais to the better half of Professor Chaudhary to speak few words about him, and then I will invite Professor Chaudhary finally. Ma'am, please. no, you can speak. Ma'am is a marvelous. He just studied 12 and you can see how he's fluent in English.
No.
It is the same way as I was. Please.
See, I'm not very well educated, but after I married to him, I started my journey going to Japan. So I started learning and seeing the different cultures, and through travel and meeting different people, different cultures, I learned a lot actually. So it is with experience, I traveled along with him. My son is studying by 12th, then he's out from their studies. So we are two of us. So I started traveling with him. I think I traveled with him maybe 70 countries. So many things we get to know when you travel, not only India, so many other countries. It's very nice. And at home, Chaudhary speaks only in the department. So in the house, even my helper says, only I can hear ma'am, nobody speaks in the house. Other so it's out like that. But I can openly say that, But anyway, it's like that. He speaks only office. That's it. In the house, what is happening, nothing he knows. But anyway, we had a very nice, smooth life with everybody's blessings. As my brother-in-law was saying, that all my family is supportive of us. Always they were behind us. When we were here in Singapore or in India or anywhere else. So that's how.
You will tell that one story of single house of different people. That is very important and very much required these days.
Yeah.
Support the people.
Now when youngsters, when they get married and come to Singapore, they'll say, oh ma'am, you have a big house. How? I said, no, we are, look at our age. We are, now all of you my age. So I said, when we started in Japan, we had a small house, maybe the table and chairs and how Japanese houses are. That small house, including the kitchen. Bed, we put the bed like this and fold it in the night, and then that becomes the sitting area in the morning. In that small house, we had guests like Professor Chaudhary's guide, that Venkatesh Garu, he stayed with us. And one Professor A.K. Jain, he stayed with us. And I was hardly 20 years old, but I tried my best without knowing English to take care of all those people. So I started like that, my life. When I moved to IIT, my brother-in-law was saying we had a one-room house. So in one room, my brother-in-law, my brother, my sister-in-law's son and children, being a Madras, people those days in 70s coming to hospital, coming to here, coming to buy the clothes, coming to see the studios. So many things, they all come there and stay with me. But we really enjoyed having a one-room house. It was very nice, actually. We could see everything, what is happening. But now, I have a big bungalow in Singapore, but I can't see my grandchildren. Where are they? I have to WhatsApp, come down for lunch. Then they come down for lunch. That's what is happening now. So we grow with our age and with experience, with everything, we grow. And today I can say that for us to go to Singapore, one person behind us, that was Professor Radhakrishna. From, I think, Dr. Bhagavantam's son, we all should be knowing about Dr. Bhagavantam, who was the scientific advisor to the Prime Minister of India. So his son, he was the person behind for us to go to Singapore. That's how we settled there. He didn't get the leave to go for 1 year. So then they gave us for 3 years. Then my Rambabu is holding the offer paper like this in our house. We are having in the evening coffee. He'll say, so much salary, you go. Leave the IIT. So he would say like this, he will just like this. So I said, okay, let's go. But he promised that he will send me every year to India. So on that condition, I moved to Singapore. But anyway, no regrets. It's a nice place. Singapore is a nice place, well-respected place. We are all pampered by the Singapore government. So we don't have any crime or we don't have any problems. So it's very nice. Very nice means very nice. My granddaughter, second granddaughter, who is American citizenship, she was holding. She just gave it off in 3 months back. I asked her, why you want? Everybody is going to America. She says, no, this Singapore is the person, who gave me education, who gave me everything. So I don't want to take that. I want to be in Singapore. So but we people, we are not faithful to India. We are leaving, we say. But anyway, very nice. Thank you. Thank you for the whole family. So, and all the students who came here and who are outside and talking about Chaudhary. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Please. Now it is a floor to the finally to Prof. Chaudhary.
Yeah, please, sir. Good evening, everyone. I know I am standing in between a great dinner we are all expecting, and knowing what Yogesh has done, I can assure you that we are going to have the best time in the gala dinner we are going to have. And of course, I have no words to thank, and particularly, I know Yogesh is the convener. Yogesh is the one who initiated the idea, but at the same time, he himself could have not done anything for that matter without the support of the institute. So I would like to place on record thanks on behalf of everyone who are here, who have not joined, who are on the online, who enabled this function and the conference as a whole, to the director of the institute, Professor Pant. His support and his team's support is the one that is responsible for what we have today. So please join me in thanking IIT Roorkee for what it is today. Now, of course, I promise that I will not take much of your time, but one point I must mention, it is the family support that makes us to do whatever we are today. So I am very grateful, of course, to my wife. I should not say grateful, I say I owe a lot, and for what she has done, for bringing the family, for letting me to do my work. Because without that, I would have not been what I am today. Of course, for everything, we do need the blessings of the divine. And fortunately, I do have, at this age, I'm able to stand in front of you. I can only say that. But often when I meet our friends in India, they say from the age of 60 itself, they start telling, I'm retired, I want to enjoy my retired life and all that. And they always question me, why do you want to work after 60? Why? This kind of questions keep coming from my good friends. I always tell, work is the one that will keep you going further and further. Continue to work, aim high and dream high, and you will achieve high, not only in your academic profession, but in a physical and mental health. That's what is keeping me going. And then, of course, I also heard about ICMAT a lot, International Conference on Materials for Advanced Technologies. I would only say that I have done my part, but it is the teamwork that made that conference an iconic one, and one of the largest international participated material science conference in Asia or even in the world for that matter. I know there are many conferences that are being held at different countries with 4,000, 5,000 people, etc. But when you look at the percentage of the international participants, generally it is less. But whereas knowing these constraints of Singapore, you know, it's a small island country and the population, of course, maybe, I don't know, 1/4 of our big cities like Delhi or Mumbai and so on. But with all that, with no natural resources, with only manpower, the scientific manpower as the only resource, having the international participation is the most important thing. And that could happen through the Materials Research Society of Singapore and with the cooperation and support of all the people that is essentially who helped me a lot. In this context, I must of course thank the president of the Materials Research Society of Singapore, Professor Tim White, and who enabled me to continue to work for this conference. And then another mention, I think Christy mentioned about research internships and other things. I can assure him that we will have that opportunity, continue to have that opportunity, and I will be able to facilitate some of these things with the National University of Singapore, and hopefully I hope to see some of you there as our partners of the National University of Singapore, as a postdocs, as let us say one-to-one research collaborations. This is what we are going to work and facilitate those things to happen between NUS and India. And of course, whatever that is being done in NTU, that will continue to be done. But hopefully, we would like to see you all in Singapore, and particularly in ICMAT 2025, which is going to be from 30th of June to 4th of July. And we are targeting, as usual, for about 3,000 participants. And we do hope that we will have a large participation from India, and particularly coming from the battery research background. I would like to see that there will be possibly a special symposium, something connecting Indian industry, academia, and related to batteries, energy storage devices as a whole. So I do hope that I will be able to facilitate that to happen. But in any case, with these few remarks, I thank you all. Thanks all those who have joined online for your best wishes, with which I will continue to serve whatever the small way I could. Thank you once again. Have a great evening, and I look forward to talk to you privately during the dinner. Thank you all. Thank you.
So finally, now we are at conclusion of the, we have to conclude, right? And many people came from so many, taking so much of pain. So it is our duty to have a vote of thanks, which will be given by our chair of the conference, head of the department physics, Professor Vipul Rastogi.
Before I propose a vote of thanks, I would like to wish Professor Chaudhary a very happy birthday. The kind of dedication and enthusiasm he still has, it seems like he is 20 years old with 60 years of experience. So, and it is overwhelming to see that a lot of people, his collaborators, his students, his colleagues could come here from all the way from different places in the country and different places in the world. And so it shows how enthusiastic their students are, their collaborators are, and what is the stature of Professor Chaudhary. So I would like to thank all those persons who could come here, who could participate in this event. I could see Professor Rajiv Ahuja here, Professor Parida, Professor Arumugam, Professor Dominic. I'm sorry I cannot take all the names, but thank you very much to all of you who have come here physically, and thanks to all of those who could join online. Thank you very much, and I would like to invite all of you to dinner, gala dinner today, this evening. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. So we all are free to go to dinner. Probably buses are waiting outside, so you all can go to the bus. It will take you to the venue. Thank you very much.